The reaction to Shin Godzilla, both on the Eastern and Western fronts, is something that fascinates me to this day. There really has never been a Japanese Godzilla film that so divided the fandom like Shin had, and it was something I was really eager to chat about with GodzillaMovies.com writer Ben Chaffins. Ben is in a rather unique position, I think. On one hand, he very much has a finger on the pulse of the Western Godzilla fandom. He's active online, writes for a popular Godzilla website, but on the other, Ben's day-to-day occupation has him working very closely with a lot of Japanese. He reads and speaks the language, is exposed to their culture and outlook. And this made me curious. Being able to glimpse at two different cultural views firsthand, what was his take on the reaction to Shin Godzilla?
Everybody, whether they're Eastern, Western, whatever culture they may be, everyone is entitled to their own opinions, their beliefs, whatever. Granted, yes, Shin Godzilla did some things that, really quirked a lot of people's attention with it. Like, they gave him back beams out of his spines. They added a tail beam. That, to me, is a moot point, considering the Heisei series gave him the nuclear pulse. Something new. Something different. You can't keep falling back on the same old formula over and over again with the kaiju world, in my opinion, that is. Because what ultimately happens with that is it becomes the same boring cliche over and over, and you're dying for something new to come along and change the game. And that's something that I think Shin Godzilla accomplished. When I found out that the movie was coming here in America for that limited theatrical release, I was in talks with many of the Japanese people I work with, and even one of the HR guys, because he's a huge Godzilla fan. And I said, look, if we want to go see this movie, we can. It was opening night. That theater was so packed with people that there was at least 10 of them having to stand up to the side so they could watch this movie. The movie starts. I remember people just saying, oh my God, what? Jaws drop to the floor, and then eventually the movie ends. We walk out, and I'm interacting with, some of my Japanese friends and the HR guy. But that one Japanese guy that didn't like it pointed out because it's a symbol of their nationalism on where they stand as a country right now. That's the one thing that he didn't like about it. It was because of what the movie stood for. It stood for that nationalism. Now, there is one other thing I would like to add to that. The simple fact is you can take GMK and Shin Godzilla, and you can find out that the nationalism that both films talk about in their own unique way, they're just opposite sides of the same coin. A friend of mine by the name of Jack Hudgens, he goes by the name of G-Man on Sci-Fi, and he wrote that article pinpointing out, the differences, but also the similarities between the two films. The articles he puts out, they are well detailed and worth reading time after time.
I'd very much like to thank Ben for agreeing to be interviewed for the purposes of this video. You can follow him on Twitter at TheBigBadBen90 and read his articles on GodzillaMovies.com. Also, if you want more Godzilla, Japan, Kaiju, and the like, for Godzilla's sake, subscribe to Monstrosities, a vlog of tokusatsu right here on YouTube, and follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. This video was brought to you by Shopping Mall Japan, our #1 source of anime and tokusatsu collectibles, making sure that we all can collect responsibly.